Welcome to Inside MHS. On today's show, you'll meet a member of Tribe TV. You'll be introduced to a relatively new teacher at Miss Inawal.
And of course, we're going to look into our sports from last week. All of this today and more, so stay tuned, only on Inside MHS.
Today is Wednesday, September 4th, and thanks for joining us on Inside MHS. I'm Tyvon Jacobs.
And I'm Jesse Simpkins.
Jesse, how are you feeling about this new schedule change of Ish being on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
You know, surprisingly, I actually like it more than last year's schedule. I think it's very beneficial to have Ish in the morning.
I do too, because I'm the type of kid to I'm going to do my homework at night and then not do it. So
right.
Then now I have it in the morning.
Got the extra time to finish it in the morning. But anyway, while we're inside right now, I wonder what we can expect for after school. Joining us today is, some may say, ancient weatherman, a 30-year-old man.
That's so rude.
We got Mr. Gowan here. So what can we expect for the football game Friday night, Mr. Gowan?
All right, first of all, Jesse, 1994. I'm only 30.
Hey,
not that old.
it's a long time ago.
But anyway, this Friday night is going to be a little bit colder than we've experienced over the last week or so. But it's going to be a great. The only bad news about this Friday night is there's a line of storms coming in Friday night after school. So hopefully that will not affect the game as much as it could. So hopefully we'll still get the game in without too much rain. I would suggest wearing a hoodie or a jacket because by the time the game is over, the temperature will be in the low to mid 50s. So it's going to be a little bit colder. Don't forget the Grant County rivals Oak Hill Golden Eagles come in on Friday night. They're also sitting at 2-0. So it's going to be a pretty good game. It's going to be country night. And again, bring them jackets. Looking ahead to the weekend, however, it will stay cooler like it does on Friday. With Saturday, it's going to be the high's only going to be in the mid 60s, and Sunday it's only going to hit 70. So the fall is just right around the corner. The good news is there will be no rain over the weekend, just partly cloudy Saturday, and all day sunny on Sunday. So that'll be really fun. The lows at nighttime definitely make it feel more October than September, but again, fall is right around the corner. Make sure you get outside, start enjoying your fall weather, your sweatshirts, your campfires, whatever it may be, because we are coming into the fall weather.
Well, for school news, let's shoot it over to Parker and Jonathan with the things you need to know.
The last day to register for the fall season with the Mrs. Inawal trap shooting team is Monday, September 9th at noon. If you've been planning on registering, please do it today. Once the registration deadline has passed, you will need to wait for the spring season. There's plenty of room for you. If you have questions about registering, see Mr. Huntington in room A102. Don't miss out on being part of the trap shooting team.
Justin is coming today during all 3 lunch periods for cap and gown and class ring orders.
There will be a FCA this Friday in Mr. Cunningham's classroom at 7:02.
Remember that there are only 2 school days counting today to order your official Mrs. Inawal homecoming t-shirts. If you need an order form, please see Mrs. Little or get one from the office. Homecoming is September 20th. All t-shirt order forms and money will be due by this Friday. Please bring order forms and money to Ms. Childs or Mrs. Little at lunch. Remember that you can also order online this year.
Calling all students interested in the CDL program. We are taking applications for this year's CDL certification class. You must be 18 and hold a valid driver's license for 1 year before March 2025. Please contact Mrs. Yoakum or your school counselor if you would like more information.
The dance team will be meeting Friday, September 6th from 4 to 5:15 in the auxiliary gym.
If you're interested in playing in the homecoming Powder Puff game, please see Mrs. Richardson for the permission slip. The Powder Puff game will take place Wednesday, September 18th at 7 p.m. All participants must have a signed permission slip turned in by September 10th to participate in this event.
Thank you, Jonathan and Parker.
Yes, thank you. Now it's time to do a couple introductions with a teacher who's joined us at this high school for at least 2 years.
Yes, Parker recently caught up with Mr. Richards. Let's learn a little bit more about him.
Welcome to Teacher Spotlight. I'm Parker, and I'm here with Mr. Richards. I have some questions for you. Is that okay?
I'm ready.
All right. So my first question for you is, where did you go to college?
I went to college at IUK, so Indiana University Kokomo.
That's really cool. What got you into teaching?
I had 5 or 6 really good social studies teachers in a row. That I kind of like fell in love with the subject. So I wanted to go to college, get a degree, and then come back and hopefully be that for other kids and at least make it bearable for people who hate social studies.
That's really sweet. I like that. What are you looking forward to in your teaching career?
Having like really interesting students, I guess. I love the fact that I get to teach at a place that I went to school at. I care about the sports, I care about the band, I care about all that sort of stuff because as far as I'm concerned, the people that are coming out of Missinawall High School are a reflection of me as someone who also came out of Missinawall High School. So I'm looking forward to continuing that tradition, I guess I would say.
I like that. And my final question for you is it's not really a question, but can you tell us about your car?
Which one? I got 3.
The all of them.
Okay, so I have 2014 Ford Taurus SHO that I drive every day. I got that last February. I have a 1985 Ford Mustang. It's a Fox body. It's convertible. I got that 2 years ago. And then my high school car, the first car that I got when I was 14, is a 2003 Ford Mustang GT. That's the red car. That's what most people think about when they think about my car. And yeah, I drive all of them as much as I can. Ton of fun.
Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good day.
You too.
When we come back, we'll have some news outside of the walls of Mississippi. We'll be right back on Inside MHS.
In Gas City News, Marion Health announced in a press release Tuesday morning that an open house and ribbon cutting ceremony will be held September 15th from noon to 6 p.m. at the Marion Health East facility located at 911 Marion Health Drive in Gas City. The facility is anticipated to open for services September 23rd at 8 a.m.
And that opening ends a long process that began in 2021. Construction on the new facility began in November of that year with an original opening date slated for 2022. As 2022 came to a close, however, the building still hadn't been completed, moving the estimated opening date to the spring of 2023.
Lastly, Thursday marked the formal groundbreaking for Jonesboro, new approximately $7 million water filter treatment plant. The new plant is expected to replace the old plant in the 1300 block of Muncie Pike, which has been used by the community for 65 years.
The new plant will allow the city to use less water as it will recycle backwash water as part of its normal processing. The city anticipates that the new plant will be up and running by May of 2025. He said crews were already working to prepare the site for construction of the new facility.
Let's keep this train rolling and move on to MHS sports.
This week in MHS sports was busy. The girls soccer team had 3 matches in the past week. They went 2-1 in those 3 matches. In the first match, they defeated the Maconaquah Braves by a final score of 1-0. Michaela Cook assisted Avery Wilson for the lone score.
In their second match, they defeated the Wabash Apaches on Saturday by a final score of 2-0. Michaela Cook and Avery Wilson had 1 goal each, and McConna Brown chipped in with an assist.
The final game was last night against the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. They lost a heartbreaker with a score of 1-0. The lone score for the Eagles came in the first half, and the Indians fought hard and had several attempts to score, but could not get the job done.
Their next match is Thursday, September 5th, against the Comets from Eastern.
The boys soccer team lost their match to the Delta Eagles on Saturday by a final score of 6-0.
Their next match will also be on the 5th against the Panthers from Western. Good luck, gentlemen.
The volleyball team took a hard-fought loss in their last match against the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. They lost the match by a final set count of 3-1.
Even though they lost each, each set was extremely close, and they had several chances to take the W. However, they were not able to get the job done.
Finally, the Indians football team defeated the Marion Giants last week by a final score of 35-0. The game was shortened due to lightning and weather concerns.
Kellen Rock led the team while competing six of 10 passes for 114 yards and two touchdowns.
Callan Quater led the receiving room with 3 catches for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Great job.
Elijah Monday also chipped in with 104 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns.
The football team will face off against the Oak Hill Golden Eagles this Friday night at Fisher Field.
Game starts at 7 p.m. and it will be country night. Make sure you show up and pack the stadium.
That's all for this week for MHS Sports.
Before we go, we need to introduce another member of Tribe TV.
This week, let's introduce Michael Collier.
What is your name?
Mikey.
What is your favorite movie?
Grease.
What is your favorite food?
I don't have one, but if I had to choose, it'd be tacos.
Why did you join Tribe TV?
To get out of my shell more.
What do you plan to do after high school?
Go to college and pursue my career as a psychologist.
Do you have a favorite sport?
Track.
What is your favorite thing to do outside of school?
Walk.
That'll do it for today's episode of Inside MHS.
Make sure you guys go follow all our socials. MHS Tribe TV on TikTok.
MHS Tribe TV on YouTube, as well as MCSC Athletics on YouTube for all of our streams.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.
And if I don't, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.